Chittering hordes of ferocious alien beasts sat in waiting just beyond the lines of trees on the verdant jungle world of Calitha. Tyranids of all shapes and sizes waited patiently for their alien hive lords to psychically sound the attack. Meanwhile, the flesh terrors set themselves up in cover, waiting until the time was right to launch their own vicious counterattack with bolter and blade into the Tyranids' lines. Chainswords revved, and tank engines roared as monstrous voices sounded from the jungle. The forces charged one another, and battle was once again joined in the grim-dark universe of Warhammer 40,000. For our scenario today, we're going to be playing Shield and Blade. This is one of the White Dwarf bunker missions, and this one is from the August 2023 White Dwarf. Now, we have the mission rules shield generator, where we can get a 5-up invulnerable save if we're within range of a player's own shield generator. And the sweep and clear rule as well means while playing incursion-sized games, which we are, during your command phase, if you control objectives, they will remain in control until your opponent takes them. For mission objective scoring, we have command and control from the second battle round onwards. At the end of each battle round, each player will score 5 victory points for each of the following conditions that they satisfy. They control 1 or more objectives, 2 or more objectives, or their warlord is within range of their shield generator objective marker and they control it. Heart of the Defense is another objective as well, where at the end of each player's turn, that player scores 10 VP if they control their opponent's shield generator objective marker. Stephen will be playing with the Flesh Terrors in today's game, and he's going to be using the Sons of Sanguinius detachment. Leading his force today is a Primaris Captain equipped with Power Sword and Plasma Pistol, and they've also taken the Artisan of War enhancement to improve their weapons armor penetration by 1 and increase their save to a 2+. Joining their captain is a Lieutenant in Phobos armor, who's also taken the Visage of Death enhancement that halves the objective control of nearby enemy units. Starting off for our units is a squad of 5 Assault Intercessors with no additional upgrades. We then have a squad of 3 Aggressors who are equipped with Flamestorm Gauntlets. This is joined by a squad of 3 Eliminators with Bolt Sniper Rifles, 10 Intercessors equipped with a Helix Gauntlet and Infiltrator Comms Array, and lastly for the units is a Suppressor squad with 3 models in the unit. Moving on to our mounted unit, it is an Invader ATV equipped with multi-melter. We then have for vehicles a Firestrike Servo Turret equipped with twin Firestrike Last Talon. And the force is finished off with a Bile Predator equipped with twin Assault Cannon and Sponsor Heavy Flamers. In today's game, I'm then going to be playing with the Tyranids. Leading my force is a singular character, and this is a Neurotyrant who will then of course be my army's warlord. This is joined by 2 units of 20 Termagants with Flesh Borers as my only battle line troops. 5 Barb Gaunts will provide some nice long-range artillery support. 3 Tough Hive Guard are going to be equipped with Impaler Cannons. And a unit of 11 Neurogaunts as well to give my Neurotyrant some extra protection. We then also have 3 singular model units of Ripper Swarms for some objective tampering. And lastly, a regular unit of 3 Zoanthropes. Moving on to monsters, my first of these will be a Psychophage, and this is joined lastly by a mighty Screamer Killer Carnifex. Alright, so we are all deployed. I've got my Tyranids deployed down here. We've got the Hive Guard, the Screamer Killer, and one of the singular Ripper Swarms. Then we have our Psychophage along with the Zoanthropes, our Neurotyrant and Neurogaunts, our Warlord in the center here. We then have 2 units of 20 Termagants, another couple of Ripper Swarms, and the Barb Gaunts on this far flank. We've got 1 objective here, there, and then you've got 1 there, and you've also got 1 just behind there. For the Flesh Terrors on this flank, we've got the Aggressors, you've then got the Firestrike Servo Turret, and your Eliminators up there in the ruins. The captain is leading the Assault Intercessor with the Bile Predator and Invader ATV next to him. And then you've got your Infiltrators with the Lieutenant in Phobos armor with them as well. Your Suppressors, meanwhile, are in Deep Strike. So we are playing over the ruins of one of the many worlds in the ruined system of Cretesia. So let's see what happens. Alright, so also before the game, we need to select our shield generators. Now, Steven was considering that one over there, but considering I've got most of my gaunts here, I can just swing over and take it. He's not chosen that, and he has wisely chosen that one there. Meanwhile, I am going to choose this one. He had an option for that. I've not got a lot here, but considering it's Hive Guard and a Screamer Killer, not the best facing off against aggressors because, well, that's literally all you've got there because the Servo Turret ain't moving anywhere. So, we're going to first turn roll-off. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Alrighty, so I'm going to roll a black dice for the Tyranids. I got a 4. Steven with Marines got a 1, so I am going to have the first turn. Alrighty, so command phase wise, we both obviously gain our command point for the turn. The big thing here is I've got my Psychophage, the Neuro Tyrant, and he's put out his little markers and nodes to give some synapse benefits to units on this far flank. So with that, we'll go into the Tyranids movement and we'll come back after it's all done. So, movement all done. We did advance with the Screamer Killer up there, and we advanced with the Gaunts to bring them around onto our objective, which is our shield generator here. We've moved up the Ripper Swarms. Most of the swarms moved up ahead, except this blob here of sort of our support pieces. And we've had the Gaunts and the Barb Gaunts move up and into line of sight of those infiltrators. Alright, so shooting is going to begin. Now the Screamer Killer can advance and shoot thanks to his weapon being Assault. So we're going to target those aggressors there. I get D6 plus 3 shots. I do have the blast rule, but because you've not got 5 or more models, it's not going to affect. So it is D6 plus 3 for 5 shots in total. And so I am going to need 4s to hit with a Screamer Killer here. I'll get 3 hits. No sustained hits, unfortunately. And then I'll be 3s to wound because you are T5. Just a singular wound. So you're base 3 plus save, but you will get -2. So it would take you to 5. However, you are getting cover, which is applied after the AP. So it brings you back to a 4 plus save. Which you save. No damage on the aggressors. So the Hive Guard are going to go into the aggressors as well. They did move, so they will be hitting on 4s. No 6s again, unfortunately. You are infantry, so I would get sustained hits, but that's not a thing that's going to happen. Strength 5 versus T5, so with 4s to wound. For 2 wounds there. No AP 1, your cover will bring you back to a 3 plus save, so 3s, and you save both. So the Barb Gaunts are going to shoot into your infiltrators next. There are 11 models in your unit, so it's going to be 5d6 plus 10 shots. So 5d6 shots, that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, so 26 shots in total. And so I will be hitting on 4s because I did move with the unit, so 4s. 6s are sustained. And then strength 5 versus T4, so we are 3 to wound. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that was cocked. 12. Saves to make. And so a 3 plus save to begin with. And then 6 plus feel no pain. These are all damage ones, so 6s. Thanks to your Helix Gauntlet, nothing. That will take down 3 infiltrators. So after that, the Termagants are then going to shoot into them. Purposely did the Barb Gaunts first, so I got all the bonus shots for my blast, because if I killed a couple, I would have lost extra shots. So Termagants needing 4s to hit. 6s are sustained hits thanks to my hyper adaptation. And then 3s to wound for strength 5. Wow, that's decent. Not as, yeah, no, that's decent. We'll take that. There's 9 this time. These will be on your 3 plus save. Just the 1, so then you'll get a 6 plus. Feel no pain? No, take a wound on one of them. And so with that, that'll be it for the turn for the Tyranids. So we'll go into Space Marines, the Flesh Terrors, turn 1. So Space Marines don't really have anything to do in their command phase other than pick their Oath of Moment, and they're also going to gain a CP. So, Stephen, you get to pick an Oath of Moment target. What unit is it going to be?
This little mob.
Yep, the unit of Gaunts there.
Yep.
So with that is the command phase done. They'll remain your Oath target until the start of your next command phase. So if for whatever reason we're in combat, they will also give you rerolls to hit in my turn. But we'll go into movement and come back after it's all done. So movement all done. Your aggressors have moved up there along with the 5-strike servo turret just slightly nudging forward. Your assault intercessor with the captain go and claim your shield generator objective. Meanwhile, the infiltrators Invader ATV move up here, and the Battle Predator does as well. It made an advance roll of 6 to get it into a nice range of those Termagants. Now, because it did advance, this means all its weapons do become assault, but it can only target enemy infantry weapons this turn with its guns now. So, let's go into Marine shooting. So, to begin with the shooting phase, your 5-strike servo turret is going to target the Screamer Killer. As you announce that, I'm going to declare Rapid Regeneration for a command point. This will give me a 6+ feel no pain. Normally, however, because I'm in Synapse range, because he is a Synapse creature himself, he will gain a 5+ feel no pain instead. So, you have 2 shots. These will hit on 3s. 1 hit. Then you will wound on 3s, thanks to Strength 10 versus Toughness 9. No wounds. Maybe a CP not greatly spent. You do have 2 aggressors in range of him.
Yep.
So, 2 of them, so you have 2d6 plus 1 shots from your Flamestorm Gauntlets. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots all up. Now, you will be at Strength 4, so into T9. I am over double, so you will need 6s to wound me. But you are re-rolling to wound. Pick all them up and go again. Thanks to Twin Links, you can re-roll. You've got a wound in there. So I have a 3+ save here. And then a 5+ feel no pain against that damage, which I fail, I take a wound. So your eliminators are also going to go into the Screamer Killer. Now, they haven't moved, so heavy comes into effect, giving them +1 to hit. So this will be 2s to hit on your 3 shots. All hit. And so then they are Strength 5, so you will need 5s.
1.
So one of them got through, so I have a 4+ save then on the Screamer Killer, which he passes. And so the Battle Predator, only just being in range with its Heavy Flamers, is going to shoot first. Don't forget, when a model shoots, all its weapons shoot at once, so I can't, say, remove the few that are within your 12-inch range and stop the Flamers shooting. They will hit the unit as it all sort of comes in at once. So we'll start with the Assault Cannon to begin with. 6 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling thanks to Oath of Moment. So re-roll those fails. So 5 hits. And then 2s to wound because Strength 6 into T3. That is devastating, so there's nothing I can do against the damage there. And so 1 Gaunt will just die because of the devastating wounds. However, 5 5-up saves because Assault Cannon does not have any AP. I save 1, so 5 Gaunt down so far. Now Storm Bolter as well would have been within 12 at the start of your shooting, so it's in rapid fire range. So 4 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling thanks to Open Moment. All hit. And then it will wound on 3s, Strength 4. So 3. And so 5-up saves on the Gaunts. I don't know which one I rolled over there, so we'll just roll another dice. Nope, 3 more fails. And then the Heavy Flamers, they are 2d6 shots between them. So there'll be 7 shots. Strength 5 will mean wounding on 3s. So that is a lot of them. We will need to make 6-up saves because you are AP -1. Save 2, take 4 more. So now the Infiltrators into the Gaunts. The Marksman Bolt Carbines, you did move, so you don't get the benefit of heavy, but you're still 3s with rerolls thanks to Open Moment. Alright, so your rerolls first of all. 1 of those will miss. They are lethal hits thanks to your Phobos Lieutenant being in the unit, so they auto wound. Now these will need 3s to wound. And I'm pretty sure they all got through. Wow. So no AP on these luckily. But these will be 5+ saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty sure that's a unit gone on 12. And so the Invader ATV is then going to shoot at the Barb Gaunts at the back there. So we are 2 shots. Hitting on 3s, both hit. So we will then be 3s to wound, because you're only strength 9, I am T5. So only 1 wound. So D6 damage then. For 6, just kills a Barb Gaunt outright. And then your twin bolt rifles, 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Both hit, wounding on 5s, and then strength 4. It's just a 1. This will be a 4+. Nope, take a wound. So that is the end of the Space Marines turn 1. So we'll go into Tyranids turn 2. I've got no battle shock to take because you wiped my unit and they only lost a model. So I've now got to redistribute my little synaptic lynch. I'll keep one on the Barb Gaunts and then I will throw the other one on these Gaunts here then. And with that, that's it. So we're going to go into movement next. Alright, so to begin with in movement, the Screaming Killer did move up. Now, he moved within range of your aggressors there with the bolts on gauntlet, so you're going to declare a Overwatch with them. So they've got D6 +1 shots. They auto hit automatically thanks to Torrent. So that'll be 7, 8, 9 +6, 15 shots. So you are going to need 6s to wound me here. So see what you can get. You're only 4. You got 2. Now, because I am the closest eligible target, these are -1 AP. So these will be on a 3+. Take 1. So movement is all done. The Screaming Killer, as you saw. Hive Guard have had to move in here to claim my home objective. And then we've moved the Gaunts, Psychophage and Zone Throats over this way. The Barb Gaunts have stayed where they are. So time for some Tyranid shooting. Screaming Killer will kick things off. We have D6 +3 shots going into the aggressors. 6 all up. So these will hit on 3s. 6s are sustained. No sustained hits. There will be 4s. Just the 1. AP -2. So you'll be on a 5+ save here. No, take a point of damage on an aggressor. So the Hive Guard are then going to go into your Assault Intercessors and the Captain, needing 4s to hit. 6s be sustained, but I've not got many sustained hits from my Hyper Adaptation so far. We are Strength 5 to T4, so we are 3s to wound. Okay, that'll do. I am AP -1, but you are getting cover, so these are on your base 3+ save. 1 wound is all you'll take. Alright, so Xanthropes, unfortunately out of range of the Battle Predator over there. They are going to shoot your Fire Strike Servo turret though, so they're going to use their lesser profile. So D3 shots each, for a whopping 3 shots for every single one of them. So 9 shots, as best as they can get. So Ballistic Skill 3+, so we are 3s to hit. Yeah, I think it's in trouble. And 3s to wound, because Strength 7 into T6. There we go, we don't do quite as well there. So -2 AP, but you are getting cover because of shooting through the forest. So you're on your 3+ save here. Fail 3. So this will be 3d3 damage. For 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get greedy and spend a CP there for one of those 1s. I need it to be a 3 or more on the dice now, and it will take you out. Got it. So it goes kaboom. And so no actual kaboom, it sort of just goes kaput instead, because it doesn't actually have deadly demise. So next up, we'll start with the Barb Gaunts. So 4 Barb Gaunts will target your infiltrators, who are now just giving me +1. So I am 46 plus 4 when shooting the infiltrators now. So 10, 17, 21 shots. I mean, I'll take it. So they haven't moved, so heavy comes into play. So they are 3s to hit now. 6s be sustained. Putting 2 back in my pile. And 3s to wound. There's a few saves there to make, that many. These will be on your 3-up save. So one of them is carrying a wound, so that kills 1, 2, and puts a wound on another. 20 Gaunts are in range, so they will be shooting into those infiltrators as well. So 4s to hit with the Gaunts though. And then 3s to wound, because strength 5 with the Gaunts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's cocked. 9. And no AP, so this is your 3+ saves. So kill 1, 2, 3, and put a wound on another. So forgot to do your feel no pains on the other, so we've added 4 dice in from your feel no pains before, so these are 6s. And you do save 3. So you did take 4 before, so we'll take them out. So now it just kills the 2 and the wound doesn't spread over. So that is shooting all done. So we're going to go into some charges. So I'm pretty sure you know what charge is coming. Screamer Killer is in. Right, so Screamer Killer is going to get us started. I am going to have 10 attacks. I hit on 3s. 6s are sustained because you are an infantry unit. Unfortunately, no sustained and 3 misses. Strength 10, you are T6, so wounding on 3s. That'll be 5. So these will just be -1. So these will put you down to a 4+ save because you have used Armor of Contempt for a command point, which reduces my AP by 1. So 4 pluses. That will be 2 dead aggressors right there. And so the aggressor here will fight back. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Will just hit once. And then you will need 5 to win because your strength 8 versus T9. You can re-roll that fail thanks to Twin Links. So 2. So 4+ saves on the Screamer Killer. He saves 1 and he takes 2. Alright, so end of my turn. I will score there. The Screamer Killer is just within 3 there. And the Hive Guard will score me this one. So I will gain 10 points for the turn. This means that I don't get the extra 5 for my General being on it, my Warlord, because he's not within 3 himself. So that'll be the end of Tyranids turn 2. We'll go into Space Marines turn 2. And right at the top of Space Marines turn 2, I'm declaring the Shadow in the Warp. So Battle Shock test at the top of the turn for every single one of your units. At -1 because the dude is on the table. Alright, so we'll start with your Battle Shock test. The aggressor's here. Let's see what he gets. He is fine and dandy. Your eliminators will have to test for the Shadow in the Warp. They are going to fail, so they cannot have stratagems used or they cannot count for objective control this round. Your captain and his unit. This is an important one you want to pass. They will fail. You're spending a CP to auto pass them on this one. And then you've got your Invader ATV. Will pass. Your Bowl Predator will pass. And your Lieutenant and the Infiltrators will pass. And so there's nothing else to do in your command phase. So the only unit that actually failed was your eliminators. However, now we go into your actual Battle Shock phase. You have 2 units that will need to test for this. First is that aggressor. So these are your actual Battle Shock tests. He's fine and dandy. He's the bravest of all Marines. And you will have to test on your infiltrators. they will pass just. So, with that, we'll go into your movement. And so, your Bile Predators, your first unit's move there. It's ended with Ignite on my Gaunt, so I'm going to get to make a D6-inch move with them. Do the Skulking Horrors rule, which is 2. And so, just ends like that. Should have mentioned in the command phase as well, your open moment is the unit of Gaunts here. Continue on with movement.
Yep.
And so your movement is all done. We had all your forces move over here. The captain stays where he is, as do the eliminators. The big thing is you did have your suppressors come down and deep strike on the table in my backfield here. So go into Space Marine shooting. And so the Bile Predators are going to begin your shooting into the Termagants, which are your Oath of Moment targets. So 3s to hit. Can re-roll those misses, which it needs to. That'll be 5 hits, and then Strength 6 T3, so 2s to wound. 1 will auto kill, and then I've got 4 5+ saves to make, of which I pass 3. And so I don't get the Feel No Pain against the Devastating, but because I'm near the Sarcophage, I get Feel No Pain against the 1 damage that did go through regularly, so 6 up, which I save as well. 4 shots from the Storm Bolter being in rapid fire range, hitting on 3 re-rolls. Re-rolling. 3 hits, strength 4, so 3s to wound. 2. These will be on 5 ups. Nope. And then 6 up Feel No Pains. Nope, 2 more. And then your 2 heavy flamers will be D6 shots each. So 2d6 shots. For 5. They will auto hit thanks to Torrent, strength 5, meaning you'll need 3s. And so 3. AP -1, so these are 6 up saves. And then 6 up Feel No Pains. Nope, 3 more. Next up are your Infiltrators, so 6 shots coming from their bolters. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling thanks to Open Moment. That'll be a lethal hit though, so it'll auto wound. And that'll auto wound, thanks to your Lieutenant being there. Then you need 3s to wound. So it'll be 4 all day. These will be 5+. So 1. And then these will be 6+ Feel No Pains, none. And so the Lieutenant has 2 shots, hitting on a 2+. Re-rolling. What needs his re-rolls here. Gets both of them. 1 will auto wound, so he'll need a 3 to wound on the other. Nope. So 5+. And then I'll need to pass 2 6+ because it is damage 2. And no. And so the Invader ATV, its multi-melter is going to go into the Sarcophage and the Bolter will go into the Gaunt. So the Twinling Bolter there, 2 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because Oath of Moment. And then 3 to wound. Wounds, and so 5+, and a 6+. Nope, kills another. And then 2 shots from the multi-melter. These will hit on 3s. Both hit. So now you're wounding on 4s because you're strength 9. I am toughness 9 on the Sarcophage. So 1 wound. So I will have a save of 5+ to begin with. No. Sorry, 6+ that would have been. I don't get a save, but that would have been a 6+ from the Zone Throats, but failed anyway. Now damage D6. You're within half range, so damage D6 +2 thanks to Melter. So it'll be 5. This will be 5 Feel No Pains of 5+. The Sarcophage has Feel No Pain 5+ as standard. So 5s. Ignore 3. You'll take 2. So your Assault Intercessors here are actually in range. So 2 bolt pistols. Yep. So hitting on 3s. We'll get re-rolls because of Oath of Moment. Both hit. And let's see what your wounds get. You need 3s to wound. 1. So this will be a 4+ save because of cover, which I pass. And then your Plasma Pistol, 1 shot. Hitting on a 2. And wounding on a 2, strength 7. Fails my save. However, I will have Feel No Pain. So, no. Sheer Eliminators, they'll hit on 2s thanks to not moving, and heavy, going into the hive guards, so needing 2s to hit. Wow. They'd all be precision shots. Maybe I should have targeted the big dude over here, but either way. So you need 5s to wound here. Got 1. Be a 5+ save. Fail that. And so your suppressors then are going to go into the hive guard. So their accelerated autocannons get 3 shots apiece, hitting on 4s. And then strength 8 into T7, you'll be 3s to wound. Oh, that's going to be 1 that fails. These are AP -1, so these will be 4+ saves. Wow, that'll kill 1, kill a second, and put 2 wounds on the last. And so, charge-wise, you are going to charge the infiltrators and the captain going into the gaunts. So 2d6, that'll see them in. Alrighty, so we'll start off with the lieutenant. He has 5 attacks with his paired combat blades, hitting on 2s. Rerolls from open moment. So that'll be 5 hits. Unfortunately, no sustained hits. Strength 4, so 3s. That'll be 3. These will be 5-up saves. Passed 1, and then 2 6-up feel no pains thanks to the sarcophage nearby. Nope. So sorry, you did charge, so you would have got 1 more attack in there. Re-roll it, because of Earth the moment. No. So that's what we get for forgetting. However, this is 4 attacks from each infiltrator here. And so these will be 3s to hit. Lethal hits on 6s, so they auto hit. Re-rolls, because of Earth the moment. Those 3. So just the 2 misses. All of these, you'll be winning on 2s because they will be winning on 2s. You're bonus strength from the red thirst. So it's 5, 6, 7 I need to make. So there. 5 ups to begin with. I do take past 4 of them. And 6 up feel no pains from the sarcophage. No. Screamer Killer is going to go next, be my first pick for combat. We will hit on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So that is 4. These are AP -2 this time, so these will be 3, 4, 5s. No, that'll go through and he will die. And so then I'll just have 3 gaunts to hit back against them, hitting on 4s, and nada. Nothing at all. So that'll be the end of the turn. You will score 15 because you have the 2 objectives, and you also have your Warlord on your shield generator. So the end of turn 2, it is 15 to 10 in favour of the Flesh Tearers. Today's game is played on the fantastic battle mats from our long-time supporters, Mithras Games. Top quality battle mats from New Zealand that have a variety of different designs that can suit almost any battlefield you could imagine. So, I have placed my 2 little tokens from the Neuro Tyrant here. Now, this means I get to test my bravery on 3d6 with the unit, so we'll do a test on the Hive Guard for Battle Shock. He is fine with a 9. And then the Gaunts, 5, 6, 7. They will be fine just as well. No, they will not. They are 8 with their leadership, so they will fail even with the 3 dice. Not great, but we will now go into Tyranid movement for turn 3. So I am going to disengage with the Gaunts there. Now I do have to make desperate escape tests because I am battle shocked, which I pass all of them. It's only on 1s I fail. So the sarcophage moves up and your Bile Predator will now declare Overwatch. So we'll start with the assault cannon, 6 shots. These will be 6 to hit because snapshots. Got the 1, so 1 hit. You will now need a 5 to wound. No wounds, unfortunately. You've then got your 4 shots with the Storm Bolter, 6 to hit because it's snapshots. Nope. And then 2d6 shots with your Heavy Flamers.
That'll be 8. They will auto hit. Strength 5, so you'll need 5s to wound. 1. -1 AP. Will fail because I'm base 3, and then 5 plus feel no pain. No, take a wound. So yeah, did advance with the Neuro Tyrant to get him on the objective. And then we've moved the Zone Throats out to get in range of the Barb Predator. The Barb Gaunts have moved up, as has the Psychophage. We did disengage and roll our Desperate Escape test and didn't fail any with the Gaunts, and the Screamer Killer is moving along as well. So we're going to go into Tyranids shooting for turn 3. So the Screamer Killer is going to shoot. He's going to target the Eliminators up there. So D6 plus 3 shots for 7 in total. Now you do have stealth, so I am -1 to hit. So these will be 5s to hit, of which there will be 2. And 3s to wound, which there will be 1. So 1 3 plus armor save.
Don't I get cover as well?
Yep, that'll be why you get the 3, because I'm -1. And saved. We're going to go with the Hive Guard. He's going to shoot the suppressors back here. So hitting on 3s because he hasn't moved this round. So that'll be 3 thanks to sustain. So we are 1 wound. So 1 armor save.
Oh.
You got 3 plus. Saved. Alright, so the Zone Throats are going to declare the target being with their Focus Blast into the Barb Predator. You're using Armor of Contempt for your last CP. Alrighty, so the Zone Throats are going to have 3 shots. They hit on 3 pluses. That'll be 2 lethal hits there. Means they auto wounds. I'm going to spend a CP, dropping me down to 1 to re-roll that one. That'll be a hit, so I do need a wound with this one now. And so I need a 3 to wounds. I do not get it, unfortunately. So that'll be 2 wounds at AP -2 on your Barb Predator, so it'll be a 5-up save. 2 5-up saves, please. Oh, wow. You didn't actually need your Armor of Contempt there. You would have saved them without the CP, but you survived the Zone Throats. We are then going to shoot the Psychophage. He's going to go into the Infiltrators right in front of him. D6 shots to the turret for 6. So they will auto hit. Strength 6, meaning I am wounding on 3s. So it'll be 4. AP -1, so this will be 4 plus saves. Your Infiltrators. Nope, that'll take 1 down. 2 6-up feel no pain, sorry, before that though. Save 1, so 1 will take a wound. Barb Gaunts will go into Infiltrators as well, so 46 shots. Blast isn't going to be apparent this time, although with a roll like that, 12, 16, 17, 18. So we are 3s to wound with these 18, we are 4s to hit to begin with. Need a hit first. 4s, 6s are sustained. And then getting us sustained, so 3s are what we're going to need now to wound. So it'll be that many wounds, please. That is 10 all up. No AP on these. These will be 3-up saves. That is 3 fails, of which you will have 6 pluses. Nope. Alright, so we have charges next of all. First of all, I'm going to go to the Psychophage into your Infiltrators there. He is in. Why did I roll an 11 on that? So, Screamer Killer, he's 11 inch away. I really should have rolled that 11 first. He's going to try the 11 bomb into your captain there. He got a 10. You know what? We're going to risk it for the biscuit. We're going to spend a CP for a command point reroll here. 11. No. 8. No. Got greedy. So we'll be going with the Psychophage. Alright, so the Psychophage is going to go. Now, because he's fighting a unit that not only is below starting strength, which would give him +1 a hit, it's below half strength, I get +1 a wound as well. So he has D6 +1 attacks with his tentacles. for 3. So we just have to keep that. I've got no command points to re-roll that. So I am going to be hitting, though, on 2s, thanks to this. I rolled 2 1s, but thankfully a 6, so that gives me 2 hits, thanks to sustained. And then we are going to be wounding on 2s. So just 1. Go for it. Let's see what we get.
No AP.
So -1, so 4 plus. No, so you will now need to make 2 feel no pains of 6 plus. Nope, that will be your medic eaten. And so 5 attacks from your lieutenant back, hitting on 2s, sustains on 6s. Nope, it'll be, he hits on 2s, so the 2 would have hit there. 3 hits, strength 4, so no, because you need 5, so nothing doing there. That is combat done, and that'll be end of Tyranids' turn. Now, because they are sticky objectives, I still control that. I now control that, and I have my warlord on it, so I'll get 15 this round. Alright, so command phase wise, nothing to do really than grab our command point. However, you have an Oath of Moment target to pick, so what's going to be your Oath of Moment? So yeah, what is going to be your Oath of Moment?
The feeder.
The feeder? Yep, so it'll be the Psychophage as the Oath of Moment for the round. So, let's go into movement. We'll come back after it's all done. Don't forget, a little suppressors here. Alright, so movement. You're not moving anything, really. So, where is your shooting starting with? Alright, so to start with, you're doing the very brave thing of splitting your shots. 1 heavy flamer into the Ripper, 1 heavy flamer into the Barb Gaunts, and everything else into the Neuro Tyrant and his little Gaunt friends. So, we'll start with the heavy flamers, go the 1 into the little Ripper Swarm first, d6 shots. For 1. Do you wound? You do. AP -1. I take a wound. And then the d6 shots into the Bug Gaunts for 6. Need 1 more. So these will be 4s to wound. Nothing. Splitting shots, dangerous thing to do. 6 shots into the Neuro Tyrant. These will hit on 3s. And then they will need 2s to wound because you wound on the majority toughness. So 3. 6 up. Say 1. 2 die. And then 2 shots from your Stormbolter. Both will hit. No wounds. So, next up. You have a bolt pistol you can shoot into the Psychophage.
Yep.
So 1 shot. Hits. 6 to wound, nothing. Right, so your twin-link bolt guns are going into the Ripper Swarm. 2 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, 6s, say 1. Then your multi-mortar is going into the zone throat, so 2 shots, 3s to hit, missed once, and be a 3 to wound, no wounds. Your assault intercessors, 3 of them with heavy bolt pistols, hitting on 3s. So 3s, 2 hits, and 3s to wound, so 4. Nothing, and then your plasma pistol, hitting on a 2 and misses. Your eliminators, watch them roll no 6s this time, going into the Neuro Tyrant, so 3 shots hitting on 2s. Oh, so even a miss in there. So wounding on 3s. 6s. Nothing. 2 die. The suppressors will then shoot into the Neuro Tyrant, so they are 3 shots apiece. Hitting on 3s because I haven't moved thanks to heavy. And then wounding with strength 8. Wounding on 2s. And 6 up invons. Nope, 5 go down. Alright, your tank is going to charge the Ripper Swarm. So the Bile Predator gets in. Your Invader ATV is going to charge, so there's 4. So charges now are done. So combat, the Invader actually has 5 attacks, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling. So they will all hit. Now you do get +2 strength. Oh, sorry, 1 more attack. You are a Blood Angel, so you get an extra attack. Re-roll for the Oath of Moment. So, yeah, so all 6 hit. And so you do get +2 strength when you charge, so this actually makes a difference. You now need 5 to win. Of which he does too. No AP, so base save. Which I pass. So the Bile Predator has 4 attacks. So this will be 4s to hit, so 3 hits. 2s to wound, strength 8. So 3. Right, so 3, 6+ saves on the Ripper. He passed 1. I just need to pass 1 of these Feel No Pains. No, I don't. So I will get to fight next. So my Sarcophage is going to put all his attacks into your Lieutenant. I no longer get the +1 to hit and wound because you're now your own independent unit. So D6 +1 for 5. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. There's 3. And with those devastating wounds there, that'll be enough just to kill your Lieutenant outright. He gets nom-nommed by the Sarcophage. And so that is the end of Space Marine's turn 3. You will score 15 points still. Because your Bile Predator does hold that objective still. And you hold that with your Warlord on it as well. So the end of turn 3, it'll be 25 to 30 in favour of the Blood Angels. But there are increasingly less of them on the table each turn. So, command phase, I've just put out my little tokens again. I do have a battleship test to take for 2 of my units. So first of all, those gaunts there, have to test. They are fine this round. The big dude is fine. Now my Neurotyrant's actually going to have to test because 50% of his unit's been destroyed. He's fine as well. With that done, we're going to go into movement. So as I move the Barb Gaunts up to potentially claim the objective, you are going to overwatch with the Bile Predator again. So 2d6 shots from a Heavy Flamer, this is really where it's going to matter. Only 3, I would lovely take that. So 3 shots. Wounding on 4s. Got 1. And I say, no I don't. That'll be a wound. So 6+ Feel No Pain. No. 6 shots from the Assault Cannon. Needing 6s to hit. I mean, there's 3 of them. And then 3s to wound. That is 1 wound goes straight through because devastating. The other one is saved. And then 4 shots from the Storm Bolter. Will be 1 hit. Need a 5 to wound. Nothing. And after all that, movement is done. We've moved the Screaming Killer and the Gaunts here towards your captain. Zone Thropes have moved up as well. So we're going to go with some shooting, and we are going to start with the Zone Thropes. Alright, so you're not using any CP on the tank this turn after some deliberation. So the Zone Thropes hitting on 3s. All hits. So now we are strength 12. We are 3s to wound with lethal. One of them auto wounded anyway, but I got them all anyway. So now you have 3 6-up saves to make. You make 1, so now it'll be 2d6 plus 2 damage in total. So that is 7, 8, 9. I'm going to spend my CP to re-roll this. It needs to be a 5 or more. Wow, I re-rolled it into a 1, so there's 5, 6, 7 wounds instead. 3 Barb Gaunts will shoot it then, so 3d6 shots. There we go. Mark, I'm going to roll that before. So we are forced to hit the Barb Gaunts. They will miss. And then we are going to be 6s to wound. So yeah, 6s to wound. That will be 3. I'll take that. 3 at no AP, so 3 up saves. Take another 2 wounds. The Hive Guard will actually shoot the Bile Predator. He has 4 shots. He hasn't moved, so 3s to hit. And these will be 6s to wounds. I got another 1. It's be a base save, so 3 up. Saved. So the Neuro Tyrant's going to target your suppressors, 2d6 shots. 8. Will auto hit. Auto hitting ignores cover as well, thanks to Tyrant, and ignores cover roll, obviously. And then 3s to wounds. So that'll be 4. So 4 at -1. So that'll be 2 dead suppressors. Screamer Killer will shoot. He'll have d6 plus 3 shots. He's going to go into those assault intercessors. He'll get 6. Hit on 4s for 1 sustain, so that'll actually bring me to 6 hits. And strength 8, meaning it'll be 2s to wound. That's where I roll 4 1s. So 2 at -2, so these will be 5 ups on your assault intercessors.
Is that including the cut?
So 5 ups. Save 1, take 8 damage. And then we will have 3 gaunts into them. Just 1 hit. 1 wound. No AP. Base save. Saved. Alright, we have some charges. I'm actually going to charge with the Barb Gaunts. So Barb Gaunts, 2d6, they are in. And of course, the Screamer Killer will charge as well. He's in. Charges strike first, so we'll start with Screamer Killer. He hits on 3s with 10 attacks. 6s are sustained, but no 6s unfortunately. And then he wounds on 2s. And then 2s to wound. So 6 saves to make. You did use Armor of Contempt here, so I am only AP -1, so these are 4 pluses. So that'll be 2 dead Marines. The Barb Gaunts. Now, I probably should have checked how many attacks they actually have. They've only got 1 each, so 4s. I mean, that's a sustained... no, not sustained because you're vehicle. 2, I need 6s. 1, I'll take it. Your base summon save, just 1. 3 up. Saved. So your Invader ATV will attack the Psychophage next. 5 attacks. Now, hitting on 3, so... I still am your oath at the moment, so there'll be rerolls. So 4 hits. And now you will need 6s to wound though. Just the 1. And saved. Psychophage will attack back. D6 plus 1 attacks. For the big 7 this time. Will be 3s to hit. And will be 3s to wound. That is 4 damage right away. For devastating wounds. 2 armor saves. 2 4-up saves then. Fail that, that'll be 6 wounds. I think that's enough. So we'll go to the Bile Predator because it's just you doing attacks now. So we'll do the one that's going to be over quick. 3 attacks this time with your Bile Predator, not 4 because he didn't charge. 4s to hit. Hits. And 3s to wound because you are strength 6 base. Nothing. And so the captain here has used his finest hour. So he gets an extra 3 attacks and devastating wounds because of this. And so that means the captain has 9 attacks now, hitting on 2s. 2 misses. Will wound on 5s.
6s don't do anything?
Wounding on 5, 6s is devastating. Nope, but 2. So, you know, he does have +1 armor penetration because of your enhancement you've given him. So, I'll pass 1, fail 1. And then the 2 Assault Incessors, 4 attacks per model, hitting on 3s.
Oh, 4 attacks.
So 6s to wound though. Just the 1, AP -1, and I save it. And so with that, I'm actually going to score your home objective because the gaunt's there. So I will get the control 1, control more, control mine with my character. So that's 15, and I'll get the bonus 10 for controlling your shield generator. And so we go into your command phase for turn 4. You'll then have, first of all, the command point that we both gain, and then you've got your Oath of Moment for the turn. Screamer Kill is going to be it. Cool. And then we've got some Battle Shock tests to take. So just for the suppressor down here, he's the only one that will have to take it. So 2d6, he is fine. And so we'll go into movement and come back after it's all done. So during your move, your suppressor doesn't advance up here to jump onto the objective. However, I'm going to overwatch with the Neuro Tyrant. So 2d6 shots with Tyrants, 7. They auto hit. So these will be 3s. That'll be 4 wounds at -2. So 5 up, sorry, -1, so 4 ups. It is only -1. I got excited thinking it was -2, but no, -1. So suppressor lives and is probably going to score you big points for that. So we'll continue on the rest of your movement. And that's done. There literally was no other movement. So we're going to shooting. The suppressor can't shoot this round. He advanced with his heavy weapon, but he is going to score you points, importantly. Your eliminators targeting the Neuro Tyrant. So 3 shots, hitting on 2s because they're heavy and not moved. Wow. Just the 1. So see whether you can wound. And no. Probably a good thing you didn't spend that CP on that other one because they weren't doing anything.
Those can shoot.
So pistols.
Actually, pistols can...
So 2 regular bolt pistol and Screamer Killer. 3s to hit, both hit. And see if you can wound. 1 wound. Save it though. So Captain is going to try and overwatch. Oh, sorry, overcharge his weapon is the right word I'm looking for. He hits on a 2. Now he has strength 8, so he wounds on a 5 still. No, unfortunately. Now you do need to make a hazardous test. Roll a dice. On a 1, it blows up in your face. Nope, you're fine. You knew what you were doing. Alrighty, so you're going to shoot into combat here with a Vile Predator. So 2 heavy flamers, 2d6 shots. For 6. Wounding on 4s. Oh, that's not fun. 5. I save 3 with -1. 6 up, feel no pains. Nope, take 2. Then you've got your assault cannon, 6 shots. That'll be 5 hits, and now strength 6 into T5, you will be 3s to wound. The assault cannon, 6 is a devastating wounds though. So that'll kill 1, and then it'll be 2 more wounds after that. So 2 saves, and fail 1 of them. And then your Storm Bolter will need 5s to hit, because of the -1. We need 5s to wound, nothing there. And so the Invader ATV will shoot its multi-mortar into the sarcophagus, 2 shots. -1 to hit, so we'll only hit once. But can re-roll because you're Oath of Moment. Oh no, you pick the Screamer Killer now. So no. Does not wound because you're the same strength as Iron Toughness. You've got 2 shots with your bolters at the front. Hitting on 4s. Nothing. Combat. What are you going to go with first? Have some.
He's got 2 wounds.
I can't kill you with that. I've only got 1 damage coming out of him. And you probably want to go that captain, because if you don't, the Screaming Killer might eat him. This captain only has 6 attacks this round, sorry. Because you do tick up to 9 when you have your fine star, but you're back down to normal. Hitting on 2s. Re-rolling any misses because of fine star. Cool, they will all hit. And so 5s to wound because you are strength 5. That'll be 3.
The 6 is done.
So -3 because of your enhancement. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5 up saves. Save 1, take 4. And so they do choose to consolidate into the gaunts there. But I do have Deadly Demise, which potentially could do something. So no, nothing. I guess I go with the Psychophage against the Invader for 2 attacks only this round. 1 hit, no wounds. So your turn. Guessing you're just going to go the Bile Predator to try and kill me.
Yep.
So 3 attacks. 1 hit. No wounds. So my Barb Gaunt will strike you back and misses. 5 attacks from the Invader, hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 6s. Nothing. So that's it for combat. So objective-wise, you do take this one back, so you will get 1 and 2. So you will get 10 points for the turn. And so it is now 50 to 40 points in favour of the Nids going into turn 5.
Today's video is sponsored by Baron of Dice, high quality, specially made tabletop wargaming dice, suitable for a wide variety of wargames from Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Infinity as well, among many others. Baron of Dice have dice just about suitable for any occasion you have.
Alrighty, so I have some Battle Shock tests to make. I've got the Gaunt over here that will need Battle Shock. And they are fine. And I've got the Hive Guard here who will. He is fine. And the Neuro Tyrant is fine as well. So we'll go into... Oh, and the Barb Gaunt actually will have to test. He's only tested on 2d6. He's not fine, so he won't score this round. That is fine though. So we're going to movement. And so, movement-wise, I have disengaged the Gaunts there. The Zone Thropes are coming up. So, we're going to go shooting. We're going to start with the Neuro Tyrant here into your Suppressor. So, 2d6 shots. Just for 4 this round. Wounding on 3s, that is 3 wounds into him at -1, so 3 4-up saves. You must pass them all or he dies because they are damage 2. He does not, and he gets eliminated.
Let's do sticky objectives there.
So Hive Guard. We're going to shoot into your captain in that. 3 hits and sustain 2. So 2 wounds. You'll get your 3+ armor save against them. Take a wound on one of them. And then 3d3 shots coming from the Zone Throats. For 8. Threes to hit. And 2s to wound. And so 3 saves on your Marines there, please. So they will all fail against the Zone Throats. So D3 damage. The first one's just going to die because he'll take a wound and die. The next one takes 2 wounds and dies. And then the captain takes 3 wounds. And so we have charges. We are going to charge with the Ripper Swarm into your captain. He makes it in. And the Zone Throats behind will charge as well. They'll make it in. And so we have the Zoanthropes fighting first after all those charges have come in. Zoanthropes, not great in combat. 2 attacks each. They hit on 5s. And got nothing. And then the Reaper Swarm has 6 attacks into your captain. So that'll be just 1 hit from the Reaper Swarm, and it doesn't wound. Alright, so you're first. The Bulb Predator will attack the Barbgorn, hitting on 4s. Nothing. So I'll go with the Psychophage next. D6. For 6 in total. Can we kill that Invader? And there'll be 2. 2 at -1, please. On your Invader, so 2 4-ups. Save them. The Invader lives again. The Invader has 5 attacks then. Back into the Psychophage. Three hits. 4 hits, sorry. Good. And 1. And nothing. Then the Captain will go into the Zoanthropes there. So he is going to need 2s. Yep, 4 hits. And then he'll need 4s. Just the 1. 4 up in Von. Failed it. Damage 2. And with that, that'll be the end of the turn. So I'm going to score 1 objective. 2 objectives are there now. And I control yours. So plus my warlords on mine. That's going to give me the full 25 points, which will end the game, because even your best outcome here is going to give you 10 points. So it'll end 75 to 50 in favor of the Tyranids.